Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Is slightly obstructed. Let's see if I can fix this. There we are. Okay. Okay, let us go ahead and begin with a daily message. Your little babies are all around sleeping. Yes. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. There's a lot going on this week, you know. Started out feeling pretty heavy. Felt a little bit lighter yesterday. We had an influx of joy and change coming through. And, you know, now we're back to obstacles and things like that. So that's always great. Let's go ahead and read a daily message. And we're going to get right into 2 Kings and talk about Elijah. We have actually a very important moment to discuss regarding Prophet Elijah. So it would be great to go over that with you guys and learn what we learn. Okay, let us go ahead and begin with a daily message from the Qur'an. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Okay. All right. Good. So my thumb right on line 17, Surah 32. This is the very beginning of the Surah. All right. And this is Surah As-Sajdah, which is the prostration. As-Sajdah, the prostration. And we talked about how important prostration is, right, in prayer. And just in general, to show honor, right? To express humility. Prostration is very, very important. And let me go ahead and just read this line here. Surah 32, line 17. And it says, "Now no person knows what delights of the eye are kept hidden in reserve for them as a reward for their good deeds." Awesome. So this is a beautiful, beautiful line. Because you know what's really popular right now, and has been popular, you know, for quite a bit, honestly. But just, you know, in my circles, right, the Gen Z, millennial circles especially, is manifestation, right? Manifestation. And for me, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with manifestation. I will just put it like that. Because it does work to an extent, right? If you have goals, right, you can visualize them, you can imagine them, and watch them unfold before you. That is definitely a possible thing. But this, right, on the contrary, this line here shows a beautiful other side. And the side that I like to stay on, just because sometimes when the goals are so large, right, and they're so magnificent, right, it's hard to imagine. And don't you want the secrets that are in reserve, right, the delights of the eye, the things that are coming for you, do you want it to be a surprise? Because for me, I would prefer the surprise. Sometimes too, because I cannot predict the future, okay? It's very hard, you know, when people ask, what do you want to do? More or less, right? What do you want to do? Or where do you see yourself? It's hard for me to put into words, like specifically, you can have generalizations, right? As far as material possessions that you may acquire or things like that. But it's very, very hard for me to depict actually what will happen. And I'm grateful for that because I know that my mind alone could not imagine a better plan for myself, right? And of course, you know, we all make plans. I think we've all subconsciously manifested one thing here and there. And I think that serves a purpose, right? If we need to prepare for something, right? Or if we want to achieve something short term, it helps to plan, it helps to visualize, and it helps to predict your own future in the way, but it's already there, it's just out of reach, and you're just kind of mentally preparing for it. That's honestly what that is. So if you can see, in your peripheral vision, or not peripheral, but if you can see ahead a little bit of ways and imagine what your life is going to look like, then it's more of a preparation for you, just to get you prepped and ready and to help you plan, perhaps. But for those who cannot see, they don't know what tomorrow leads to, or the next week, or it's very hard to picture what that looks like. It says here, now no person knows what delights of the eye are in reserve. Hold on, let me make sure I have reserved for them as a reward for their good deeds. So these are the big things, right? If God is giving you a reward for your good deeds, know something great is coming, and it is not right for you to know what that is, right? He lets it be a surprise, which is really the most beautiful and the best way to go about it. The best things that you receive that you're not prepared for, bring the most fruit and the most blessing into your life, because you're accepting it without knowing you already have it, right? And it helps with the gratitude process too. Once that comes, you really recognize that thing as a blessing and not something that you planned for, or something that you did or initiated long before. Okay, so this is great. No person knows what is a reward for your good deeds. You're not doing something good and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this good thing so I can get this later. You don't know what that good thing is, although you might be doing good deeds, putting them in your bank to go ahead and redeem for rewards. You don't know what that reward specifically will be, and that's a beautiful thing. Yes, so I like that. I was just thinking, it's hard, I like to be in control, I like to plan, I like to do things like that, but the best things will come as a surprise and a blessing. Okay. Times. So I hope that made sense, right? We can predict certain things. We can manifest, truly, we can manifest certain things for ourselves. But some things, the best things, will be a surprise, and they will be taking you by surprise, and it will be known as a blessing to you. So just keep an eye out for that. And it helps with the concept. I've been really working on this lately with the heightened sensitivity that's going on, and the emotions I've been feeling, is just to let go of certain situations, right? To let go and let God. I don't know who said that, but we were watching somebody recently who had that really good line on a podcast. Let go and let God. Very, very hard for me, okay, and I'm sure for others of you, because control is a strong suit of mine, okay? I like to be in control. I like to know what's going to happen so I can plan and just emotionally regulate myself when the event happens. But with certain things that are stressful, if it's causing you stress to do so, that's when it's good to go ahead and let go and let God deal with the situation, if that makes sense, okay? So this is very good. Yes, that's all I have to say. Let go and let God. Yeah, I'll put this in quotes, and I'll put it as anonymous. But I know it's in some of our YouTube watch history. Let go and let God. A podcaster, okay, anonymous. Okay, but yeah, and then how much of a relief is it for you to just, get rid of all the stress that surrounds something? Should help For some, right? For some, sometimes it's even more stressful, but no, it does help. It's just the process of letting go is the hardest part, for me at least. You know, that release of the grip. All right, you guys. That's all I have for you. Mashallah. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I would love to come here and talk about Elijah, but I do have to start up my computer system. I think I'll come on a little bit later. Yeah, it'll probably take me a little bit more than 10 minutes to go ahead and discuss this section, so we'll give it some time. Have a good day, you guys. Thanks for listening.